Welcome to Field 4 in our coverage of the TST. We're down to the round of 16, and today we feature last year's $1 million winner of the TST, the undefeated La Bombonera, who got to this place by beating 6'10", 3-0, taking on Boca Dallas. They finished second in Group D, but they got a big win over the Reggae Rovers, a talented team. It was Boca Dallas by a score of 3-2. Take a look at the starting lineups. La Bombonera will have Gene Ramirez in goal, Luis Sanchez, 21, Irvin Mojica, number 17, Javier Gallegos, number 47, Fabrizio Tavano, number 32, Carlos Hernandez, number 77, and Aldo Manzones, number 9. The starting lineup for Boca Dallas, their goalkeeper is Jose Luis Gonzalez at 95, number 4, Roberto Escalante, number 12 is Cesar Correa, number 80, Alejandro Sanchez Jr., number 10, Marcos Fabian, number 24, Brian Macias, and number 9, Hugo Puentes. Those are the starting lineups. Puentes, by the way, with 3 goals, including a game-winning goal, and he had the game-winning assist to push Boca Dallas by the Reggae Rovers. In the white will be Boca Dallas. In kind of a maroonish type color is La Bombonera, both with white shorts. And for a spot in the quarterfinals, they will meet Pasha Luxury, who had a 4-0 win over Trident FC. So Pasha Luxury has made it to the quarterfinals, and they await the winner of this one. La Bombonera, last year's $1 million winner, and Boca Dallas. Dean Linke with you. Can't get it done without our great producer, Taylor Cavanaugh, Alex Wigley, giving you the pictures. Working the scoreboard and PA, Knox Horn, Nico Hanano. On the PA is Brandon Rhodes. Let's talk a little bit about how these teams got here. Boca Dallas, as they got a 5-0 win over LCF Academy. A tough loss to the 2023 $1 million winners of the TST, Newtown Pride. Came back with a Doolin for Lincoln FC 4-2 win, and then got a 3-2 win over the Reggae Rovers. The Reggae Rovers is kind of become one of those fan favorite type teams, so that's a really good win for Boca Dallas. Sent all the way across. La Bombonera, they opened up their group play with a 4-1 win, and then a 4-2 win, and then a big win against a really good Liga Foot 7, virtue of an own goal. And then they knocked off the 6'10 in impressive fashion in the round of 32, 3-0. The game-winning goal against the 6'10 came in the 61st minute, so it was like they played 3 halves, and it came from number 28, Cesar Ruiz Romero, in the white uniforms. The pressure is on. It mounts every day. They also have to deal with understandable fatigue, as at times the heat can absolutely pound you. We've also seen some crazy rain, but these fields have held up perfectly. The great people of the TST has kept everything pretty much right on schedule. And here we are, Saturday, 27 minutes away from high noon. So glad to be with you as part of our coverage on the TST. La Bombonera back to try to win $1 million one more time. Bombonera will build it on the back. Gene Ramirez, who is part of the Mexico Beach national team. A lot of players on this La Bombonera team with great experience on the indoor level. Quite a few for Boca Dallas as well. Eduardo Cortez, the goalkeeper for Boca Dallas. should know the rules by now, but those of you that just taking a look, I think it's worth telling you the rules. They play 7v7. There are no offside. There are no sliding tackles. There are no throw-ins, all kick-ins. Substitution, you do need to get across the line before you come back in, but it's freewheeling substitution as long as you follow those kind of final protocols. And La Bombonera looked like they were going to score that first one early, and a pretty big save for Boca Dallas to keep this one at 0-0. Cortez will bring it over to Danny Anibal. Evunez Benitez. Back to Benitez. And Benitez will get it again. Played forward here. La Bombonera, great shot. Another great save. The turn and the shot coming from Joaquin Hernandez, who has spent some time with Atlante in Mexico. A lot of members that play for the Savage team of MASL. Soccer's players as well. Drop back to Luis with Club America and Necaxa. A lot of these teams are some of the favorite clubs in the top level of Mexican soccer. Press elevated at the moment by Boca Dallas as Pedro Castaneda the Bombonera taking their time. They've had two pretty good shots, but Boca Dallas has been good with Cortez in goal. Two high-level saves. No score, Boca Dallas, La Bombonera. Shot from way downtown, a little bit too high there from Brian Macias. He's got 2 goals in the TST. He's also one of several players that have caught on to mini football. A lot of you on the West Coast, particularly even those of you into Mexico, know a lot about mini football. Pasha Luxury with a 4-0 win over Trident FC will await the winner of this one. Still no score. The Bombonera trying to win back-to-back $1 million for the TST. Boca Dallas sending a couple teams, men and women. Goal kick coming, building out of the back. By the way, Boca Dallas, it's been Jose Gonzalez who has made the saves. Eduardo Cortez has played a lot for Boca Dallas, but in fact having 7 saves in the second game. But it's actually been number 95, Jose Gonzalez, who actually, believe it or not, spent time with both the Mexico and U.S. youth national teams as a youngster. Good size, long arms. You need to have a deep team to make a deep run. We've talked about the qualities that the indoor players bring. That makes a big difference. And that top-level goalkeeper with really good feet can help win you $1 million. And you got to get a couple breaks along the way. We've got a whistle here, and it'll be a free kick opportunity. Fair play from both these teams here. With so much on the line, that's always good to see. Nice effort to earn the whistle coming from Fabrizio Tavano, who does have a goal in the TST. Mojica will give it up. Mojica with a game-winning goal and a game-winning assist, and then another goal. He had the game-winning assist against 6'10" to help the Bombonera move on. Mojica, familiar to San Diego Sockers fans. Press picked up. That was Hugo Puentes, who has 3 goals, including a game-winning goal and an assist. And here's Puentes, right on cue, trying to drop it. Dropped it just a little bit late. But Puentes is really good, and Puentes goes down right there. So Puentes has earned the whistle. The foul coming from Fabrizio Tavano. Still looking for that first goal here in this round of 16 matchup between the reigning TST champs, La Bombonera, and out of the Dallas area in general, but with players from all over the place, Boca Dallas. Another foul called. This will be a decent free kick opportunity coming. Foul called against Mojica. So over the ball for Boca Dallas is Marcos Fabian, wearing the captain's armband as well. Fabian looking for his first point of the TST. A lot of times what we have seen here is rather than a shot, they'll play it just to the edge of the goal. That one was definitely a shot. It was deflected, though, and it will be a corner kick. So a corner coming for Alejandro Sanchez Jr. He's got 2 goals, including a game-winning goal. He spent time with the Milwaukee Wave, which has an incredible history, particularly with their indoor team. Going all the way back to one of my favorite people, the late, great Jimmy Banks, may he rest in peace, who was part of the 1990 U.S. World Cup team in Italy. A lot of great players since then. Of course, you think Milwaukee, hard not to think about Bob Gansler, one of the great names in the sport. There's a lot more where that came from out of Milwaukee. The Sarosky brothers were from around that area after coming over from Macedonia. Decent check back, but taken away. The check back coming from Hernandez, Joaquin Hernandez. And Joaquin Hernandez with the shot, a little bit too high. 7:20 approximately remaining here in the first half, with a spot in the quarters on the line. This is the round of 16 knockout round. Win, $1 million is still in play. Lose, and your TST is over. Although, as I mentioned in a game earlier today, I think one of the great things as this has evolved, even as teams lose and are eliminated, they stick around and stay because it is a unique experience. See a lot of big-time personalities in the game, and everybody's having a pretty good time. Little drop. One touch and knocked out of bounds. That one will go off Mauricio Hernandez, who has been a part of the Chivas system. Chivas. Sanchez. Tries to send it in. Sanchez gets his foot on it to win it back as it falls to Romero wearing number 17. Romero right in front of our broadcast spot. Romero dancing with it, and he is fouled. So he'll earn a free kick. The double team, and I feel like Carlos Hernandez, who also has a game-winning goal, was the man that they marked there with the whistle. No card. Number 77 for the Bombonera. It's cut back in. Pretty good fire right there from number 80, Alejandro Sanchez Jr., who's got 2 goals, including a game winner. Trying to hold it up was Rabola. He's got a goal. He has spent time with the Pumas team down in Mexico, which also has a massive following. Approaching 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Still no score.
5 minutes remaining before halftime. 0-0.
One back here. Decent chance for Boca Dallas, but a tremendous close as coming in there was Roman Ramirez, who's also got a goal, but showing the defensive work. They play it long, trying to find Rabola. Rabola's got it. 2 players running near stick and far stick, and all by himself. That one will hit the post as there was space right there, but Rabola, who already has a goal in the TST, was kind of feeling it. Ramirez back over to Sanchez with 2 goals and an assist. Wearing number 21. Boca has kept on a pretty high press, and Boca earning the whistle there. First time we're kind of seeing the reigning TST champion show just a little bit of frustration. Boca Dallas doing their best to try to create something going forward, and a free kick opportunity coming for Jose Gilberto Lopez, who's got a game-winning goal in the TST and an assist, and a yellow card will be issued as well. So a yellow card issued for number 21.
Yellow card awarded to Bombonera, number 21, Luis Sanchez.
Bombonera Luis Sanchez, who's got 2 goals and an assist, will get a yellow card. And we'll need to be careful as he's an important part of what the reigning TST champions are doing here. They'll crown the champions Monday night out here at WakeMed Soccer Park. Come on out. Or if you're in different parts of the world, watch it on ESPNU, the women and the men Monday night. Over the ball for Boca. Castaneda. Nope, now he'll leave it. Escalante. And he'll hit it too high.
Under 2 minutes to play until halftime, still scoreless.
Below 2 minutes, still scoreless. Pressure right there. Oh, and then going down right after coming in, Hugo Puentes with 3 goals, a game-winning goal, and a game-winning assist. Won it and then took another step. And it was almost like on the first contact, not so much, but the second step, something that does not look so great. Oh, as I say that, he gets up. So maybe just some cramping or potentially a bone-on-bone, but I didn't see it. I felt like he came down after the initial contact. But he popped up just fine, so thank goodness. As helping him up there was Jean-Claude Ramirez with Mexico Beach Team international experience. Mateus Verone coming in pretty hard. No card issued. Field 4 here at WakeMed Soccer Park. 3rd consecutive year for the TST. Some rumblings about maybe some alternative venues. So much success, it's worth taking a look at. All right, with so much on the line, including a spot in the quarterfinals, kind of cagey, some big saves, and because of that, we're at zeros. We're going to take a break and be back with you shortly. In the round of 16, Boca Dallas 0 and your reigning TST champions, La Bombonera 0.
at the end of the second half.
Round of 16 matchup, your reigning TST champions, La Bombonera 0, Boca Dallas 0. You see the shots, just 4 in the first half, 3 by the reigning champs. In goal for Boca Dallas has been really the difference, as Jose Gonzalez had an outstanding first half with 2 quality saves. Corners about even, fouls as well, a few cards, but no scores. And we need a score here. Every game ends with a score in the TST, making it one of the most awesome soccer events. It's a festival with $1 million on the line Monday night, and as I've said several times, they pay it right there. In fact, not only do they pay it, they start cutting individual checks for everybody that is expecting to get some sort of cut. Not a bad 5-6 days of work at the end of the day for the $1 million winners, even as they divide it up. Pretty good checks. Setlung. All right, so Ivan Munoz is now in goal for La Bombonera. Wearing the number 1 MASL success. Indoor/arena soccer still making its impact in different ways. Some of those indoor teams with so much history, even as maybe the letters in front as far as the leagues have changed over the years. The history is there. San Diego soccer is incredible. We got a good one here. Boca, their only loss in group play was to the 2023 TST champion, Newtown Pride. And that was 2-1, so a tight game. And now they're facing the reigning TST champions, and Boca Dallas basically saying, we're here, we see you, we are ready, as we're at zeros. Still 0-0 with Boca Dallas with a really good chance here to challenge the new goalkeeper in Munoz. All right, so here we go. With a little right foot drop, another right foot, a little bit too much time to develop that one, but still with an effective shot from distance right there from Marcos Fabian, number 10, as he got some really good pace on that one, and it's denied by Munoz. Long throw, trying to find the on-running Rayo. And back the other way. The action is picking up here.
Over 3 minutes in the second half. Still scoreless in this afternoon's game.
Kefa with a 2-0 win over the Drunken Monkeys. Newtown Pride gets a 2-1 win. They'll take on Pumas de Alabama, who hung a touchdown on Selección Petrero. 7-0. A little bit of push. Bumpy pitch beats Quick Goal 1-0. Pasha Luxury with a 4-0 win over Trident FC awaits the winner of this one in the quarterfinals of the TST. The Bombonera. They've got a couple choices. Eduardo Gary, who's got a goal already, is going to take it here. He's got 1 goal in the TST. 3-man wall from Boca. He'll drop it over, back to the left foot, and the touch right there from Luis Calderon Esteban with an assist and a goal. Spent time with the Monterey Flash. Did Esteban. Ooh, sliding tackle, which you can't do. So Boca Dallas has it. Shot! A little bit of deflection right there, and the shot from Boca Dallas coming from Jose Gilberto Lopez, who's got an assist and a game-winning goal. Saturday afternoon in the Triangle WakeMed Soccer Park, the home to the TST. Round of 16 now in the men's, with several teams already advancing to the quarterfinals, including Pasha Luxury, who awaits the winner of this one in the quarters. Danny Anibal Nunez Benitez. A little bit too ambitious. Trying to change the point of direction. It'll go out of bounds for a kick in. Headed away as it goes off the head of Danny Anibal Nunez Benitez. Left-footed ball from Andy Arnold. May have led to a bloody nose. So that'll lead the trainer out. That one caught the nose pretty square. One of the solid little ball boys down here saying that he thought he could see a bloody nose right away. The TST. Fuentes, who has had himself a phenomenal TST for Boca Dallas. He's had 2 regular goals, a game-winning goal, and a game-winning assist. And Fuentes just took a ball right to the nose, but he looks to be okay. They will need him, Boca Dallas, if they hope to have what some would consider an upset based on the fact they're playing the reigning TST champs. That one will go off the side there. Decent chance from the Bombonera. Boca Dallas now. Eduardo Cortez, who had 7 saves, is in there now for Boca Dallas in the game 2 of the group action. That was against Newtown Pride. They lost that game, but he played outstanding. As I mentioned, good goalkeeping a key part. La Bombonera back across again. Quickly thrown out. One back, though, by the Bombonera. Boca Dallas. A little touch, and looks like they'll bring it all the way back. With the ball right now, Sebastian Mendez, another one of those soccers, played for the U.S. futsal team, spent some time with the Sidekicks. Major indoor talent. which, again, transfers to this 7v7 format in a productive way, and trying to run onto it. A good touch over to Marcos Fabian, number 10. And Fabian just, ball bounces a little bit too high up for him to get a decent turn on it. A little touch in midfield as down goes Verone. And Boca Dallas looking for a card. There won't be one coming, but we are approaching 10 minutes left here in regulation, still looking for our first goal.
Halfway through the second half, 10 minutes remaining until target score time. We are scoreless here on field 4 between Boca Dallas wearing the white and La Bombonera.
Correa. He's another one of those Milwaukee way players. So fall down to Castaneda and cleared out of there by Roman Ramirez. Correa will play it back as you're starting to see a little bit more action now from Aldo Manzonas, who's got 2 assists and a goal, wearing number 9. He is a big man. Played down perfectly by Hernandez. Back to his goalkeeper, now Munoz. As both teams switching goalkeepers at the half, and we're under 9 minutes remaining. Still 0-0. Win, and you're on to the quarters. Lose, and your TST dream of $1 million is over. Do not mean to make that sound ominous, but that is a fact. And it's been a great journey to get here, but now who is going to move on to take on Pasha Luxury, who had a 4-0 win to advance to the quarters? Andy Arnold wearing the 2 jersey. Wanted to get it back, but showing some pressure there from Rodolfo Valenzuela. Elected not to, but Bombonera keeps it. La Bombonera. Stepped in perfect. What a wonderful stand-up tackle there from Boca Dallas. Won cleanly by number 6, Flavio Guzman. Whistle there was Hernandez, number 7. There's Cortez, the save for Boca Dallas. Lopez, number 14. He's got a game-winning goal in the TST and also an assist. Eduardo Cortez with absolute fire at Munoz. Cortez hit that one well, the goalkeeper. Perhaps a sign of things to come when we get to target score time. As the field will get smaller. Every 3 minutes they'll take off a player until we find it. Right now, the math is simple. The target would be 1 because we don't have any goals. 0-0. Play 40 minutes, you take the leading team and you add 1. In this case, there is no leading team. So with it at 0-0, you add 1. The target score would be 1 if no goals happen here in the next 6 minutes and 10 seconds or thereabouts. I feel like they're going to add on some time, as we did have the bloody nose there for Marcos Fabian. Keep an eye on when Fabian gets back in there. Luis Calderon Esteban with an assist in the goal. A little bit of cloud cover, a little bit of wind as well, making it quite nice here. Romero. Romero with that Savage Indoor team. Cortez had probably the best shot of the game so far. Cortez did, the goalkeeper for Boca Dallas, who's now got to be ready with his left foot to pop it long. Chested down by Boca Dallas. You can see the intensity really starting to ratchet up here as we're at 4.5 minutes remaining in regulation, plus some added time. Eduardo Cortez, he looks to add to the entertainment for Boca Dallas. Strength right there from Lopez. Lopez with a game-winning goal and an assist. And Boca Dallas steps up again. Boca Dallas, Miguel Diaz, he's got an assist in the TST. Field 4 coverage, TST, the quarterfinal spot against Pasha Luxury on the line. Boca Dallas, Jorge Leo with Club America U20 system. Cortez, another shot. Oh, wow. From way downtown, and had a little swerve action on it as well. Caused the deflection and the corner kick. So remember that if somehow Boca Dallas can get a goal out of this, they'll get another corner kick because that one was driven in by Brian Macias. He's got 2 goals and quite an impressive resume in mini football. Second corner, and this time they'll say it goes off of Jorge Adrian Rios. As now we're getting down to 2:40 plus any added time the referee wants to add. And he may add a bit because of the bloody nose for Boca Dallas. Boy, the strength up top there from Manzonis. With a couple assists and a goal. He is powerful. Can get that big body low to the ground and hang on to it. Somehow you kind of get the feeling that Manzonis could play a role if Bombonera wants to continue dancing here for back-to-back $1 million prizes. The 2023 winner, Newtown Pride, is still in, and the 24 winner is right here in front of you with no goals, 0-0. Manzonis turns and takes a look. He'll bring it back to Arnold. Arnold will slide it over. Munoz. Great track back from Boca Dallas, as in on the touch there is Jorge Adrian Rios. Number 16, Rios. After the whistle, touch it down. Castaneda with a little touch. Now Valenzuela. And they'll send it back to La Bombonera. Ivan Munoz. It could end up being the Munoz versus Cortez. Those are the goalkeepers for La Bombonera and Boca Dallas, respectively, although they're the second goalkeepers. We'll see if they stay in there when we get to target score time. Just saw Joaquin Hernandez take an extra look at how much time is left. There's Hernandez, pretty good touchback, and dropped it perfectly to Roman Ramirez. And that is it. We are headed to target score time, and it's pretty easy math. With the score 0-0, the target is 1, with a chance to continue your journey in the TST, or your TST is over. La Bombonera 0, Boca Dallas 0. We'll be back for target time. The target score is set. It's 1 because it's 0-0 in the round of 16 to try to get to the quarterfinals. The reigning TST champions, La Bombonera 0, Boca Dallas 0. Both goalkeepers looking really good, and looks like we may have one change, as at the moment Boca Dallas going to stick with Eduardo Cortez, who had a couple bombs. But I think La Bombonera is going to switch back from Munoz to Rabola. We'll double check that. Boca Dallas in the white. La Bombonera, last year's TST $1 million winner, in the reddish color, both with white shorts. And here we go. You score, you win, and you advance to the quarterfinals of the TST. 0-0, next goal wins. Could not have said it any better. Brandon Rhodes with the great pipes on the PA system here over at Field 4. They're going to whistle that against Boca Dallas, as we've got some clouds starting to settle in. Played forward as they try to find Joaquin Hernandez, who I thought had dropped the assist right before regulation. A perfect little pass that he dropped over to Luis Calderon Esteban. And here he is again, Hernandez. Cortez comes out, gets a hug from his teammate, number 12, Cesar Correa. So that is Munoz, by the way, in goal. So Munoz stays in goal for La Bombonera. And we've got a yellow card going against Boca Dallas. We'll confirm who it is. It was hard to tell. Not sure if it was Castaneda. So it's Hugo Puentes. Puentes, actually not Fabian, I think, is the one who got the bloody nose. So Puentes with 3 goals, including a game-winning goal and a game-winning assist, pushing Boca Dallas all the way to this point where they feel like they're very much in it, although this is game-winning time right here for La Bombonera. La Bombonera hammered again. Cortez saw it all the way off the foot of Hernandez. And Hernandez there whistled for the foul after the big-time shot. And Hernandez is going to get a yellow card too. So Hernandez going to come out of the game with the yellow. So we now go to 6v6. Remember, I told you in target score time, every 3 minutes, once there is a whistle, they will take a player off, and they'll go all the way down to 2v2. No score here. Nervy time. A shot in the quarterfinals of the TST. All right, so now we got it, 6v6. It's amazing, even just with one player, you can just see how there's a lot more space. 6v6 here. Target score time is 1. And a foul from behind will create another dangerous free kick. And we've got another yellow card. His cards are flying here. Miguel Diaz, number 19, with the yellow. Just as important, another chance to try to challenge Eduardo Cortez, who has been marvelous in goal for Boca Dallas. I'm talking some world-class saves from number 0, Cortez, who's also had some rocket shots of his own. Over the ball. La Bombonera into the wall and sent back. Munoz. Munoz just sends it long, hoping his teammate could perhaps win it. Instead, his teammate whistled for the foul. That was Miguel Robola, number 93. Cortez has a cool way about himself. Makes all these saves just kind of matter of fact, rips 40-yard bombs, matter of fact. May play a compelling role in this one, as we're not that far from going to 5v5, a little over a minute away. Cortez. Zero, zero. Some team will advance with a 1-0 target score time victory here on Field 4 to the quarterfinals of the TST. Pasha Luxury awaiting the winner. Captain Fabian will get it back to Cortez. Still 6v6. They're willing to let Cortez be open. So the tough part about what's going on right now is it's hard to get to 5v5. I have seen some referees use their own discretion on when they blow the whistle. It looks right now they're going to keep on going. So now Bombonera need to apply some sort of pressure here. Man up top is Miguel Felix, number 29, Cortez! Two hands knocked away by Munoz, and it should be a corner kick. Now we're down to 5v5 after that save. Interesting, as you saw more than 3 minutes, closer to 5 minutes. Boca Dallas just taking their time with it. Cortez still putting his gloves on. Not sure if the referee is aware of that. Cortez needs to be ready. He's having trouble getting the right glove on. He's got it now. He's got his glove on. Strapped in and ready to go. So once again, Boca Dallas will just take their time here as we're down to 5v5. Rios back over to Cortez. The Bombonera refuses to press here. So back and forth they go. Rios back to Cortez. And you just don't feel like anything's going to change. All right, so they are going to go as we've got a yellow card stalling, so all right, so the TST, again, their ability to be nimble and pivot, a lot of it focused on stalling in TST time, and there the yellow card is issued, and now the reigning TST champions get it, but the different thing is they're facing some high pressure here. Munoz just trying to build it out of the back. And just like that, he's going to turn it over. No, he's not. It's going to say off of Boca. No, they are going to have it. Need to trust my judgment the first time around. And we've got another. Felt like there's another delay of game issue right there. Not certain. It's hard to tell if the initial kick-in was awarded to La Bombonera with all that pressure down there. I thought it actually went off of La Bombonera's. Different strategy for Boca Dallas as they are locked in defensively. Drop back over. And Boca Dallas with a target score time goal on the line. That was unleashed by Brian Macias, who's got 2 goals. Really good mini football player. 2 goals in the TST. Bombonera. What?
Another 3 minutes has expired in target score time.
The Bombonera and Boca Dallas 0-0.
We are now in 4v4 target score time. Next four wins a spot in the quarterfinals on the line.
With salutations to all the great fans of La Bombonera. A couple times I slipped an O in there, my apologies to this great team. All right. A little bit of pushing and shoving on the far side is. Now we got a couple yellows and a red. So a red card, that's going to change the dynamic of how this will work. So that'll give La Bombonera so we have just witnessed a red card here in target score time. Trying to confirm the number of the player who got the red. So it's 16, Jorge Adrian Rios.
After the red card awarded to Boca Dallas, it is now a 4-on-3 advantage for La Bombonera. We're in 4-on-3 play for the next minute and 25 seconds. Still,
Remember, we talked about the different elements that it takes to make it all the way to the $1 million, and this is a unique one right here. A player advantage at 4 versus 3 here. Munoz. A little bit surprised with the player advantage. Munoz doesn't come forward and get more involved. He's only about 5 yards in front of the goal box. Works over to win it. And calmly plays. That's well done. Really well done. And now, with Cortez scrambling back, a chance for La Bombonera. Turning with it there is Javier Gallegos. He's got a couple assists. Another recognizable name in the MASL world. Cloud cover rolling in here to Wake Med Soccer Park. So now back on his feet is Javier Gallegos, but he will come out. So a red card to Jorge Adrian Rios, number 16 for Boca Dallas. Back-to-back yellows has given the reigning TST champions a massive advantage here as they're up 4-3. I'm pretty sure it means that when they get to 3-2, that is where it will stay. So 4 versus 3. The Bombonera with Erwin Mojica. A couple game-winning goals and a game-winning assist. He's on the ball right now. Boca Dallas was not happy with how long it took the Bombonera to get the player out there. Cortez way off his line. Munoz. This will come all the way back. Mojica. Cortez right behind him. The goal is open as Cortez has been willing to make runs to midfield. It's going to be a big challenge for Eduardo Cortez, but if anybody has the look to do something fairly amazing, and that is to play the rest of target score time down a man, Cortez kind of has that look. Munoz, meanwhile, is pretty content just kind of hanging around the goal box. He'll give it up here, and then we'll see if he backtracks. Yeah, he does. Cortez no idea what happened to Cortez. So Cortez goes down, not totally sure what happened. And wow, that is not what you want to see, as he has been dynamic back there. They got two pretty good goalkeepers, though. So Jose Gonzalez, a little bit taller goalkeeper. So it's 3v2, and your reigning TST champions, La Bombonera, now putting the penny on a field player at 3v2. So La Bombonera, 3v2, and in possession. Three v 2. New goalkeeper as well. Back across. You're waiting for Mojica to take it. Mojica, a little move and a tap in. And then the tap in comes, the target time goal. Number 77, Carlos Hernandez. That's his second TST game-winning goal. That means it's the second time he'll receive the Adidas Golden Fleece. And your 2024 TST champions, La Bombonera, moving on after an impressive, hard-fought 1-0 win over Boca Dallas, enhanced by a red card during target score time. Just waiting for Carlos Hernandez to receive his second Adidas Golden Fleece scarf. given to the player in every game who scores that game-winning goal. With just the Adidas Golden Fleece. I want to thank Taylor Kavanaugh, our outstanding producer, Alex Wigley, Knox Horn, Nico Haneo, Brandon Rhodes, and Jameel Francis, and everybody else involved in bringing you this one. Your reigning TST champions, La Bombonera, with a 1-0 win over Boca Dallas to advance.